Want to create a villain that will haunt your readers long after they close your book? See, it's not about making them just evil for the sake of being evil. It's about understanding why they believe they're the hero of their own story. Messed up, right? A true villain doesn't just act out of malice. They're driven by deep psychological needs and desires. They might not even know they're the villain. Psychologically, they are shaped by their past, their environment, and their current beliefs. According to the cognitive dissonance theory, people will justify their actions no matter how extreme, if it aligns with their internal beliefs. This is how your villain's mind needs to work. They're convinced their actions are necessary or even virtuous. Many villains are driven by a need for power, not because they love chaos, but because they want to control their environment. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when someone feels powerless, they're likely to overcompensate by trying to control others. Your villain's desire for control can stem from deep personal insecurities, whether it's a childhood trauma, a loss, or a belief that the world is unfair. As mentioned, true villains don't see themselves as evil. They are justifying their actions to themselves. Cognitive dissonance happens when there's a conflict between their beliefs and their behavior. To resolve this, the villain will change their perception to make their actions seem justified, even if it means hurting others. According to self-determination theory, people with low self-esteem often turn to external sources for validation, which can fuel the destructive behaviors of your villain. Your villain might not only want power, they may need recognition. Their ego becomes so inflated that they believe only they are capable of fixing the world, even if they destroy it in the process. Now, you don't want to make your villain evil just because. You want to ground your villain's motivations in a deeper need, something psychologically that will resonate with your readers. Even though your villain might be doing awful things, give them a reason that makes sense to them. They believe their actions are justified. In psychology, this is called moral disengagement. Your villain can commit heinous acts while convincing themselves they're doing the right thing. This makes them complex and relatable even if you do not agree with them at all. Psychologically, no one is completely sure of themselves, especially a villain. If they're too confident, they will lose your humanity. So you want to give your villain moments of doubt or even remorse where they question their own choices. This makes your villain even more complex. This psychological conflict makes them real and gives your readers a glimpse into their struggles. Remember, no villain is evil for fun. So take these tips, experiments, and see where it leads. If this was helpful, drop a comment and be sure to follow along for more writing tips.